So, what's up? Can you actually make money from OpenClaw? Yes, you can, but only under certain conditions. Hello, what's up? My name is Anonymous, and I am an AI developer. So, today's video, we're going to be talking about OpenClaw. It's taken the world by storm. You might probably already know it, or you might be new to it. But basically, OpenClaw is like, they're calling it an AI assistant. Okay, a personal assistant, a co-worker that will do anything for you. And it's being marketed kind of like gold. Well, not gold. Gold is, it's being marketed kind of like a genie in a bottle, you know? But usually, when it comes to AI, when something sounds too good to be true, it probably is. An OpenClaw is partly too good to be true, partly true. Okay, so before you go into the answering the question of can it actually make you money, you first need to understand what OpenClaw is. Okay, some of you might be thinking that OpenClaw is some sort of this new AI out there, but OpenClaw is not an AI. Okay, it's more like a toolkit for an AI. So basically, let me explain how this works. Essentially, you have an underlying model. Okay, that's what you have at the bottom, the model. This can be ChatGPT, this can be from OpenAI, this can be Claude, this can be Kimi K2 or Grok, any model that you want. That's what you have at the core of it. Okay, and then OpenClaw is sort of like a wrapper that goes on top of the existing model, like that. And it essentially gives the model skills. Okay, it gives the model an extended toolkit, sort of like arms, in a sense. So you have the model in there, and what you get out of there is going to be OpenClaw on top. Okay, it's almost like a harness on top of the AI model. Basically, it gives this AI model some more functionality to do things. Okay, this can be things like going on social media. Okay, talking to people for you, messaging your clients. You can also communicate with it through Telegram. So essentially, what OpenClaw is a toolkit for an AI model to do certain things. Unlike ChatGPT, where you have to message it on your phone, OpenClaw, you can message it on Telegram, you can message it on WhatsApp. You can message it wherever you want. Okay. So essentially, that's what OpenClaw is. It gives the model extended capabilities. The model can reach out to you. It can do things on your behalf for hours on end, surfing Twitter, doing other bullshit that you may want the model to do. So, how can this actually make you money? Because most of the people that are talking about this stuff are simply saying, OpenClaw is so amazing, you can use it for research, blah. But research, how the fuck is research gonna pay our bills? Okay. I used to wonder why all of these people always keep talking about research. But recently started making sense to me why these people are so obsessed with research and saying it's amazing, saying this thing can organize files on your computer, but that organization of files on your computer doesn't actually make us money. What we want is money. Okay. These people that are obsessed with research are YouTubers. These are the people presenting these videos to you. They're not usually business or they're usually YouTubers. And YouTubers make money from researching, okay? They research the latest AI tools. Not just the latest AI tools, but the latest tools in general. And then they make money from making videos about that. So research is something that makes them money. That's why they're excited about the research. But that will not make you money. Okay, how can you make money from OpenClaw? So in this video, I'm going to be explaining 5 methods to you how you can make money from OpenClaw. Okay, so the first method is going to be cutting down business costs. Okay, this is for people who are already running a business, not people who are necessarily starting. But don't worry, I also have methods for people who are starting a business. I've got about 6 methods for you today. Okay, so basically with OpenClaw, you can essentially get it to do tasks for you. Okay, let's say you're running a marketing agent, a sales agency, a lead gen agency. Okay, so the thing that you need to do is to get leads. Okay, you need to get leads, you need to do sales outreach. So what you can do is that you can integrate, what you can do is you can integrate OpenClaw into your sales process. Number one, you can use OpenClaw for getting leads. Number one, you can use OpenClaw for getting leads. Okay. So in order to get leads, you might go through a process where you are going through Facebook ads or you're making Facebook ads. Okay. You're also going through other people's Facebook ads and then you're messaging them. Maybe you're looking for businesses that make ads in a certain industry. Okay. Let's say you're doing lead gen for Facebook ads. You're looking for businesses that do Facebook ads. And those businesses are the ones that you're attaching to people who do Facebook ads like breast scales. So let's say you're generating leads for breast scales. So you go look at other people's Facebook ads, then you get their emails, and then you're going to communicate to those people. Okay. So you can get OpenClaw to do that for you. That's one thing that you can do. You can also get to outreach to people. Okay, OpenClaw can send DMs on social media platforms. You can also do the emails, but emails are already automated mostly, but you can help the process where you got involved in the emails. So now you can do DMs on LinkedIn, you can do DMs on Instagram, you can do DMs on Twitter. You can now DM people everywhere simultaneously. You can automate every single thing about the sales process. The only thing you probably can't automate is the actual sales call. You can, the voice part, okay, if it's going to be the audio only, you could do sales with OpenClaw, but I don't think OpenClaw is really going to close anyone. Unless if they're old grandfather or grandmother, maybe they can close them. But the average person is going to just be pissed off if they hear some AI voice over the phone. But some AI apparently, according to some other people, they actually close deals for them. Okay, so basically, what you're gonna do is, instead of hiring more guys to do lead gen for you and virtual assistants, you can stop hiring the virtual assistant for $1,000 a month. Okay, and instead, you can probably do it for realistically maybe $60 per month from OpenClaw. You can even go lower if you're using haiku models. If you use the $200 per month plan from Anthropic, you can do a lot with this. Okay, I haven't hit any limits from this, and I'm using something akin to OpenClaw to run my own business. I'm not using OpenClaw out of the box because that's not good enough. I'm using something different. The real source is in Claude Code, but I'll explain later in detail how I go about that. Now we're gonna have a second thing. Now let me just rub this out so I can explain the second business model that you can attack to make money from OpenClaw. The second thing that you can do is business automation. So it's similar to the first thing, but the only difference is that it's all about speed and scale. Okay, so instead of you handling your leads, doing maybe 10,000 a day, you could be doing 100,000. So testing 10 different landing pages for your websites, testing 10 a week. You could be testing 10, 100 a week. You'll be testing 1,000 a week. This goes for Facebook ads. Instead of testing 10 Facebook ads, you could be testing 100 different variations of those ads. If you hook up OpenClaw to something like Remotion, then you give it some skills in order to edit videos. There are also some other video editing skills that you can give to the AI. Also, things like websites. AI is really good at doing websites, so that will be sorted for you. That's another thing that you can do. Use it to actually scale. You can also use OpenClaw for the actual fulfillment process. Okay, let's say you have a agency where you do website design. You could hook up OpenClaw to your custom scripts and your custom workflows in order to create beautiful websites for people. And then basically what you can have OpenClaw do is that they message your clients. Okay, so you're gonna have OpenClaw messaging your clients. And when it messages your clients, okay, it's going to send them a demo website who's going to help you to close the client. So instead of you talking to the client, you deliberate some more, then you build them a demo website, then you do some more back and forth. You can have OpenClaw do that entire process for you. And you can make demo websites for every single client. Because inference for websites is kind of cheap. A website isn't that hard to make. When you now want to do the custom 3D stuff, that will be harder. But you can have a custom skill which does that, single shot, zero shot, does it in a really simple manner by refactoring an already existing website that you have already. So that will be cheap for you to do. That's another thing that you can do with OpenClaw in order to make money. Now we're going to go on to the thing for beginners. Okay, this is not beginners, but people that don't have already businesses that are running. What you can do is you can learn OpenClaw, learn how OpenClaw works, and then you're going to be doing setups for people. So you're going to go to business owners, and then you're going to offer to set up OpenClaw on their computer. You understand? What monstrosity am I creating now? Basically, what you're going to do for these business owners is that you're going to set up OpenClaw for them on their computer because they probably don't know. There's a lot of people that don't know how to use and set up OpenClaw, and they need your help to set up OpenClaw. So what you're going to do is that you're going to be remote. You're going to be remote, and then you're going to be hitting up business owners that are looking to set up OpenClaw. They're going to be setting up OpenClaw on their computer, and you're going to charge them money in order to set up OpenClaw for you. Some people are already charging $5,000 for this, but those are special circumstances, which I'll explain in another way. That's a way to make even more money. But usually you can charge about $500 in order to set up OpenClaw for someone. But you can't charge $500 to the average person. That's stupid. But $500 to the average business owner that wants to make money from OpenClaw, that's going to be nothing. This will be cheap. It's a no-brainer offer. You need to do it now while the iron is hot, while people are still excited about this stuff. That's when you make money. They call it something akin to a blue ocean strategy. The second option that you can do is done with you. Okay, so this is where you can upsell now. Okay, you can do $1,000 for this. $1,000 plus. So done with you is basically you are setting up the OpenClaw for them, but you're not doing it for them. You're doing it with them, teaching them how OpenClaw works, explaining how it works, doing the whole process with them, explaining every single step, so that they can also handle this workflow on their own. So they want to understand OpenClaw while setting it up the right way, so that they don't mess it up. So done with you requires more labor from you because of the teaching aspect, which takes longer to do. Teaching people takes longer than just doing the thing for them. So you can say, if you want me to do it with you, you can do the upsell. Or you can actually do it in reverse. You sell on the speed, okay? The perceived likelihood of success. You can basically sell them, okay, $1,000 plus $1,000, right? That could be done with you. Then you can upsell them to 5K, the done for you, which is guaranteed security, whatnot. Probably don't guarantee security if you're not an expert on that. Then the other thing that you can do is the security thing. The security thing on its own. So let's say someone has OpenClaw already set up, or they're looking to set up OpenClaw for their business. So these guys are enterprise level, C-suite executives. So what you have in an enterprise level situation is that this type of stuff is extremely security sensitive. You cannot just take some open source module that you find on the internet, then you just plug it in to an enterprise. That's not gonna fucking work. That ain't happening. No one is gonna accept for you to do that. Even if the CEO wanted to do that, he'll be getting some flack from the founders for doing that because he's putting the company in jeopardy from prompt injections. Right now, we've already had more than 10,000 OpenClaws that have already been prompt injected and people got hacked. So what you can be doing is going to the people that already got hacked and then offering the security thing to help fix their shit. Okay, for those people, again, I think we can do 500 for this. I've also been offering this service. However, it's not yet a really solid industry, so I can't give you a solid figure to always go for, but you can easily charge $500 for this. You can go to the people that already got cooked by OpenClaw, by the prompt injections, and then you can also go to people, the enterprise people, that don't want to get wrecked by OpenClaw. There are free YouTube tutorials on the internet which are highly in-depth by cybersecurity experts on how to secure OpenClaw that you can go and learn this shit from, and then you go and set up this shit for enterprise. But I recommend you stick to the people that got fucked by OpenClaw. It's your clients, non-enterprise people. If you're not a cybersecurity expert, because if you go to an enterprise and then you charge them 10K to set this shit up for them, to help them automate their business, then you plug this shit in and then this shit gets them hacked or they get prompt injected and lose all of their data, their sensitive data, you will be fucked, my friend. These people will sue you for everything you have. So, if you don't want to get sued and you're not a cybersecurity expert, stay away from enterprise. That's the easiest thing that you can do to protect yourself from getting fucked by OpenClaw, on top of being fucked yourself for using OpenClaw. Then the other thing that you have is Claw Hub, okay? So there's a place on the internet that's already been developed, which happens surprisingly quickly. So they call it Claw Hub. So basically what happens on Claw Hub is that people can post their stuff on Claw Hub, okay? They can post skills, okay? So OpenClaw out of the box is gonna kind of be like this, okay? It's gonna be this little dude, okay, that can't do much. This is gonna be OpenClaw. It's gonna be this little dude that has access to a computer, okay? And what he knows, okay, let's say this are his books, essentially. He's got a little bit of knowledge on how to do certain things. But this is all he knows out of the box. So Claw Hub is basically a place to download information into this little dude's brain. It's downloading skills. Okay, this is gonna give this little guy the ability to do other things, and then you're gonna start stacking skills for this little guy, and then this guy is gonna become a better and better and better version of himself. This is gonna improve OpenClaw. So what you can do is start creating skills like a video editing skill. This one is hard. I know. I've been working on this. We are cooking. We are cooking. That's what I can say. We are now reaching the point where we have the AI that we're working on able to edit long form videos. It's not yet good, it's not yet the best video editor in the world, but it can do something decent. Okay? It can do something decent. Video editing, you can have sales skills, which you can develop as someone who does sales, and then you sell to people on Claw Hub that want their OpenClaw to do that specific thing. You can have skills for website design. This one will be a little bit lower ROI because the AI can already make websites, it can already make good websites. So another thing that you can also offer is things like token optimization. You can offer things or skills that help to optimize the token usage of OpenClaw. Because right now it's really fucking expensive. So this is another thing that you can sell both on Claw Hub and on your custom website on your own. That's another way to make money from OpenClaw. But it doesn't end there. There's more. I'm gonna keep cooking. Another thing that you can do is start an AI safe business. What I mean by an AI safe business is it's a business that can run from OpenClaw or something similar, okay, that can be ran by OpenClaw without it requiring additional intervention from a person. For example, a digital products business, a business where you're selling something completely digital, which is ran completely digital in terms of the marketing, everything. It needs to be a business where OpenClaw can do all of this shit on its own. For example, selling a book, this little nigga going out and creating a book and then selling that book about something. This will be easy for OpenClaw to do. There's already an agent called Felix Craft AI. This one essentially is already selling a course about OpenClaw. So it's selling information about how to get it to start running a business on its own. It's selling that shit. It's selling shit on how to make itself. And it's printing money. So already got into almost 100K now. That shit also started a meme coin. So it's also making money from the trading fees from the meme coin. So that's another thing that you can do with OpenClaw. Starting an AI safe business with OpenClaw. Now, another thing that you can do, the skills. Remember the skills I was telling you about? So just making skills and publishing them for OpenClaw. You can approach people that have OpenClaw already and offer to build skills for them. Okay, let's say someone is looking for a certain skill for OpenClaw that doesn't already exist on the market. You can be a guy that builds the custom skills for OpenClaw and Claude Code for people. You can actually get paid for that. You can make money from the shit. That's another option that you have to make money from OpenClaw. Of course, you won't be making money from OpenClaw if you don't actually think and apply your brain correctly and see where the value is from. Okay, if you notice, most of these things are not rooted in OpenClaw itself. I've tried to come up with stuff for you which are just OpenClaw specific, but most of this stuff are business principles that have existed for a long time. It's just that you are leveraging AI to do the actual fulfillment. That's the major difference. You already need something that already makes money to make money from OpenClaw. That's the major thing that happens. You can make money, an opportunity that's generated entirely from OpenClaw, which is the skills and the claw bullshit. But the other things like the sales, the cost optimizations, things like that, those are things that come from the basic business principles that have existed for a long time and will continue to exist after AI. So that is it for this video. There's another video that's going to be coming up soon, which will be about this system that I'm telling you about, which I made, which is better than OpenClaw. And it's currently running an AI company. I am a software developer. So I run a software development company and we service a particular clientele. And my AI is already started automating the fulfillment. It's automating the sales, the lead gen, the marketing, the HR. It's automating everything, fucking everything. And it's just fucking insane. I built this shit in the past 3 weeks or so. I've been working on this shit for the past 3 weeks. When I switched over to Cloud Code, it was just fucking amazing. I've been cruising. Okay. Right now, I'm just doing some bug fixes to fix this shit, but I'm calling it AI organizations. AI organizations operating on top of an AI operating system. So this shit makes you AI is fucking geniuses. So that's what I'm going to be explaining in the next video.